I was a director at a large corporation with a lot of people working for me and just getting literally inundated with hundreds of emails a day.
I think the way that it's naturally set up right now, it's set up to interrupt you.
You felt like that you were failing somehow if you didn't respond immediately.
I would have 1,000 emails in my inbox.
Early in the morning, on IM at night, working on the weekends.
It was mostly staff members trying to keep me informed of this issue or that issue, and they thought they were helping, but it was really just causing me to spend hours and hours of time processing email.
That's what's up in front of me in the screen, so I react to it.
One of the numbers is $650 billion worldwide lost due to email and interruptions.
People spend at least 30% of their time working on things that don't have anything to do with their or their team's objectives.
They're constantly jumping back and forth from that other work into their email.
It's like people will buy more tools, but they'll never think, I got to change how I think and how I behave.
Most people, when they go into their email inbox, they don't do it the same way. They triage, and depending on what's happening in their world, they open this one, close it, they move this one to a file folder, forget where it was. Every day, they go in with a different mindset.
If you allow the email to own you, then you're taking your focus off that most important work that really requires depth of focus for whatever somebody's decided is important to send you.
Question is, if you could stop some of the busyness, could you actually get more of the right things done?
The first thing is awareness, right? Without awareness, you can't change anything.
When I talk to people and they're telling me they're spending 40, 50, 80% of their day on email, they don't necessarily see that that is their overwhelm.
You feel like there's activity, there's movement, it feels good to be responsive and engaged in that way.
When you tell someone you're going to go from doing email all day long to like in an hour here or 30 minutes here or 30 minutes here, and the rest of the day you're not going to look at email. That's like saying you're not going to drink coffee.
Who wants to own, right, that they're in pain, right? Who wants to say out loud, this email is overwhelming and I can't keep up?
Every time you get distracted, it's X minutes that I'm taken off my train of thought, and then another X minutes to get back into that train of thought. I think that probably adds up to, several hours a day at least.
I was so frustrated, I thought there's got to be a different way to do this.
One of the problems with email today is that there is no leadership.
What's missing with a lot of email is people have not created standards that their team aligns with.
Leaders have to really think about how they operate in productivity and what they're modeling for their teams.
There are corporate structures that are set up, performance reviews, hiring, inventory, procurement, but there weren't very many systems around information work or productivity.
The fundamental problem that McGhee is trying to help people solve is without leadership, without standards around email, and without some level of accountability to doing it in a consistent manner across an organization, email will be a challenge.
We get 24 hours, we get 7 days a week. We all get the same, so why are some people producing many more results in that same time period than others? Because of their systems.
When I'm in this collecting point called email, I'm just using one process. It's called the 4 Ds. I'm either deleting it, I'm doing it, I'm delegating it, or I'm deferring it.
When employees start seeing leadership, writing emails in a sort of a standard way that's much clearer, when they see them renegotiating emails that don't really relate to them and they distribute them or disengage from them, people start to go, oh, these guys are really serious about this.
It was unbelievable for me because I thought, wow, here's a solution to the exact problem that I had. Too much email, not able to spend enough time to prioritize, to get in front of my work, to sort of stop that reactive cycle.
We're supposed to manage design and construction projects. That's what we were created for, is to get projects done. We weren't created by the state legislature to answer emails.
You have to take the leap and say, I'm going to try the boundaries, or I'm going to try limiting my email response time to these times during the day. You have to go and do it for several weeks, and I think as you experience it, then you can really feel it.
Taken across an organization, if you had a lot of people buying into these concepts, it could be massive, and it could be a huge shift in the productivity of I think any company.
The return on that time investment is, I mean, I couldn't even count it within the first week, the first month alone, let alone that first year.
The motivation has to be the results, what you're getting out of staying in the methodology. That takes practice. That takes implementing the methodology 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks out until you start to see the benefit.
And ultimately the ROI is, because I'm focused, I'm much more successful at the most important things.
We can solve this. You have a need. We have a solution.